Hi friends, welcome to CAD channel. Today we discuss regarding types of ceilings or types of false ceilings. We know there are several kinds of ceilings available. It can be a gypsum ceiling, PVC ceiling, cement board ceiling, or a calcium silicate ceiling. So all these are suspended ceilings. Instead of suspended ceiling, there is another type of ceiling in which, in olden days, maybe you have seen it or not, I don't know. In the traditional homes, we can see, especially in Tamil Nadu, I have seen that they are putting tiles on the top of the ceilings of it. So that also acts as a ceiling, false ceiling. But usually we say false ceiling is a ceiling which is get separated from the ceiling with an air column in between it. So the advantages of that ceiling is that there is an air column in between the soffit of the ceiling and also this false ceiling, and that air column itself will take the temperature which comes from the top of the building. So inside the room there will be less temperature because of this, and also it adds to the aesthetic beauty of that particular room, so that most of the electrical conduits, plumbing, and maybe fire pipes, all these things will go concealed within this thing. And also the lights, we can provide lights from the top if there is a false ceiling. Of course it adds to the expense of the room as a whole, but it adds to the aesthetic ceiling. It also gives an opportunity to give an equal distribution of lights throughout the room. If in the normal room we see, if we provide a tube light or some lights at a particular area, the light will come from that area only. But if it is a false ceiling room, you can provide top lights which can give equal distribution of lights or lux level in almost all areas of the rooms. That depends, and it can provide mood lighting also because of this false ceiling. And of course we can go for co-lightings. That means we can go for a combination of false ceiling with gypsum as well as grid ceiling in between at the center. So if you want to remove that electrical things in lights or something, some lamps or something else in the top, if it is in the grid ceiling, you just have to take one grid of tile and then you can go for a repairing. Such things are also available. It is a combination of false ceiling. So let us go deep into the section part of this false ceiling. So how they are making the false ceiling? Okay, see, this is the RCC roof structure of the ceiling of a room. Okay, this is section 2. So when we are going for the false ceiling of a particular room, first we have to mark the whole perimeter section by a line, and it should be in level with the floor. Okay, that's the first thing you have to do. Mark the total perimeter at the height, at the ceiling height from the floor level. It should be in level also. After that you have to mark the frame outline in the ceiling part wherever the frame is going, and you have to anchor it to the ceiling with a roll plug. So all those areas are also have to be marked by a line. And then we have to put the soffit cleat. You can see here, soffit cleat you have to anchor into the at particular points into the ceiling. And this soffit cleat is the thing which hold the whole ceiling. With all the soffit cleats as total, it holds the whole ceiling. The whole weight is being taken by the soffit cleat, and it is transferred by the roll plug into the ceiling. And on the side of the soffit plate, you have to use nut and bolt which will be connected to the ceiling angle. That is, this is the thing. This is the soffit cleat, this L shaped, and then it is connected to the ceiling angle. Ceiling angle is a small channel which we have to cut it at a certain distance, and this is ceiling angle. And this ceiling angle is then again connected to the intermediate channel which comes down after the ceiling angle. So first I said about the soffit cleat, then the ceiling angle, and then the intermediate channel. Intermediate channel and the ceiling angle is get connected by a metal to metal screw. So again I'm telling, a metal to metal screw is there to connect between the intermediate channel and the ceiling angle. Okay, intermediate channel is the channel which connects the ceiling angle and also the ceiling section that which comes downside. After the intermediate channel, then comes the ceiling section. So ceiling section and intermediate channel gets connected by a connecting clip. You can see lot of connecting clips. So at particular intervals, it is being connected between the intermediate channel and the ceiling section by connecting clips. Okay, and these things is called connecting clip, that you can also see. And this on this ceiling section, we are screwing it with the self screws, self dart screws, black screws with the on the downside of this ceiling section. This gypsum board we are screwing it up. The walls ceiling walls gypsum board will comes at this section, and this also being held by the perimeter channel which we put before. That means I already told you that we will draw a line at the perimeter line at first, and then we have to put the perimeter channel there, and then we go for this soffit cleat part. Okay, so this will go to the perimeter channel. So this is the actual section of a suspended gypsum ceiling, and the area between this RCC or the ceiling and also above this gypsum board, this area is called plenum area. Okay, sometimes the ceiling and the wall section are not always in the line, always be in straight angle or straight line. So there will be gap in between the ceiling and the wall line, so that there we will go for shadow line beads which will conceal the gap between the ceiling and the wall line. Okay, that's for the information. So this is, again I am telling, this is the wall. Okay, first we do the perimeter line here, and then we put the perimeter channel. Then again we go for the soffit cleat. There also you have to draw certain lines wherever the framework is coming. Then you have to mark the points of the soffit cleat. There you have to anchor this soffit cleat with the rough plug into the ceiling, and the side it will be connected to the ceiling angle by screw and bolt and screw, and then the ceiling angle will get connected to the intermediate channel by metal to metal screws, and then this intermediate channel will be again connected to the ceiling section or ceiling cross section by connecting clips, and this at the base of this ceiling section will be connected by black self-driving screw to the gypsum board down. Okay, so in between space is plenum, and like I said, if there is a gap between the wall and the ceiling, it will be concealed by shadow line bead. Okay, then these are the general things regarding the false ceiling part. And of course you also know about the grid ceiling. You might heard about the grid ceiling that I told before. Grid ceiling also we are using for a long section, because the maintenance part in the grid ceiling will be very less when compared to the gypsum ceiling, because if there is a small maintenance comes, you just have to replace particular 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 feet board only, so that it's not how much maintenance comes it. And also it's very easy to do the electrical repair if it is in a grid ceiling. So the main thing that you have to note if you go for a false ceiling is that the electrical part, the fire pipe part, and the AC part, air conditioning, duct work, all those things should be finished, including the AHU, air handling unit, also should be finished. If it is a very vast area, for example a supermarket or a big textile shop, these things have to be taken care of first. Only after that, with proper planning, you have to go for the gypsum ceiling. So I think I have covered almost all the things regarding the section part of the suspended false ceiling. And nowadays we are going for not only for the one material in false ceiling. We can go for a combination of gypsum ceiling as well as the grid ceiling or with some glass material. Material can be different. Whatever it adds to the aesthetic beauty of the ceiling, we can use along with different lights, different down lights, mood lights, or a rope light we can use. So it depends upon the creativity of the interior designer. Those who like this video, please subscribe, share, and like. Thank you very much.